All right. I hope the audio is still fine. Hello. Let me know if the audio is okay and if you can hear me and if the music it's hey, hello Claudia. Hey Fumiko. Sneaky. What's up? How's the audio? We were working on the werewolf yesterday, and we left it at a pretty good point. I think it was a pretty good stage. Audio is great as always. Heck yes. So we can move on. I'm gonna Control F to expand the windows, so it's pretty clean. And right now I feel like this thigh is too thin. There's no muscle, unless I could support it a little bit. Control click the jeans. Perfect, thank you. And I want to kind of, since this color is a little bit more contrasty than this brown, I think, you know, like this kind of helps the thigh getting its thickness, as the Scottish way of saying thickness. This shadow doesn't belong here, makes no sense. Let me get a highlight, and I'm pretty happy of how this is turning. Really like kind of the pose. I'm not sure if I'm happy about this line, which is kind of straight, you see? So I'm thinking about kind of splitting it into levels, and this one maybe get it a little bit more diagonal to help the pose getting a little bit more drama. And then the lighting is also still an issue, and probably I'm gonna go with detailing some more here and there. It still looks like a cutie pie, not very dangerous werewolf. Actually, Sneaky, I'm about to say something that probably will make you very happy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just do it. I'm not gonna say anything. Let's see how fast you recognize. Or let's see if you can guess before I do it. Testing Sneaky. He looks like he wants a pet. Oh, a pat. Well, you could give a pet, and yeah, he needs some love. He's been kind of left alone in this. Let me see some pop. Let me see some very green No, green, no, bluish, red, red. Red is the color. And I want it too bright. Sneaky, I'm waiting for your guess. You mentioned something yesterday about him not being able to, like having a song stuck in his head. Here it is. Kind of epic. He lost a little bit of it. Warning kind of a vibe. No, it's more like a... Hey, what's your favorite genre? I just wanna talk to it. Okay. Let's get very cold. If I remember, yeah, he's. I'm alt clicking to sample the color, and you see how it keeps being around the warm tonalities, his body, whereas the background is all very cold, very. So I want to use, for the cable of this thing, I want to use a cold color, so it contrasts a little bit more. I guess I'm not sure if I should do the old, like the 80s telephone, you know, ribbon kind of thingy. He's vibing for real. Yes, it's like really. And we should put like a sort of a not walkie-talkie, like a cassette thingy here. It's too big. Yeah. Take on me. Sneaky. Guessing the song. It really gives that vibe. Sorry again about the coughing. I'll try to keep it very, very... let me see, there should be like it's been a while. Let me think. They have something here, right, that opens, and there is a little glass thingy in the middle. Let's do some... And there are like two... Yes, it's already kind of giving that vibe. It's not that thick. Well, they were kind of thick. But the cable, the jack should be, I think it should be simple jack. On the side. Maybe it should be kind of... No, we don't want the cable to be lost in the background, so I'm gonna keep it something like that. Me no likey. Let's undo, Control Z. Just testing cables. Something like... I'm gonna get you. Ooh, I deleted the whole thing. Oopsie. A bit more like that, maybe. This became iconic very suddenly. Let me do some background here. And the cable should not be stuck here, should be stuck here. So let me do this and this and this. And with this music, it's perfect. It really gives that. Let me get some highlights and maybe darken a little bit this guy. Lock alpha. And even darker over here. Sneaky, thank you for this. Look what have you done. It's all your fault, man. Yes, I wanna get the curve. Feels right. Maybe I should tone down the saturation just a tad. The value just a little bit. Let's try getting the color back. Werewolf. Hello? What is this? Werewolf copy. Oh yes, right. I made a copy in the previous stream too. Well, let's keep the copy. Or actually, let me see if they are actually identical. They are not. I'm gonna delete the previous one. Keep the new one. Duplicate it again. And let's Control U. The curve! Wall pores versus curves. God, so hard to pronounce. Look, already with a little bit less saturation, I think fits better. The cat is walking around like a true panther. She's in the hunting mode. She's hunting for pores. Me like it like this, but I think it's too dark overall. Undo. Okay, let's try again. A bit less saturation, not that much. A little bit of value, and that's it. And maybe we can go also in different. No, let's not do that. Control M, play with the curve, with the curves. I love the 80s vibe that it just got. Okay, less contrast, and now again down with the value. So maybe it fits a little bit better. Yes. This is it. It doesn't look like much changed, but I think this already works so much better. It's just subtle, but can you see that? Before, this is before, and this is after. Such a minor change. Sneaky, was it you saying only we see the details, like the mistakes and everything? The thigh looks okay-ish, but I want to make the knee part a little bit thinner. Like to make it pop a little bit more. These are jeans. What is this? Oh, that's the of course, have still the other version on. I like. And now that everything is a little bit dimmer, I want to try, let me get a little bit of three-dimensionality here with the paws. They were too much on the same layer. To get them just a tiny bit, well, should make sense though. Like, these ones should be above or in front. And then when you go back, this should be the big guy. And it goes here. And maybe I'll separate it to make it look like it's holding this kind of pose, where it's kind of putting the weight over here. Maybe it's a little bit too much. Yes, much better. Much better. And I think the next thing I would like to do is to play with like some light from above to catch this kind of halo. Now I need to recover some of the contrast that I missed by flattening out the values a little bit. So I'm gonna get back to the big window. How is this? Okay, that makes sense. Yes, maybe the eye. Well, now the kind of sweet kind of look that it has makes more sense with the headphones. It's kind of really living the moment. It's not being a predator or the alpha, whatever. It's just remembering old times. There's some highlights over here. That's stupid. Let me call it, how is this? Headphones. Oop. Head. No, yeah, it's fine. Okay, let me get back to this. I want to give the headphones some volume by adding a little bit of shadow. Oops. Here where it kind of, yeah, too much. And also, see, it's not really clear because it merges too much with the other. This is better. I'm gonna go with here, maybe here, and now the light is being stopped by the headphone. Maybe we can cover this area a little bit. My keyboard is so noisy, so nosy, always asking questions. Not sure about this. This is okay. It's too much light over here. I think bucket tool. paint bucket. I can talk. And here, kind of going around and polishing areas where I think could be a little bit cleaner and give some extra volume. Keep the dark here, the darkness. Very, very nice. Something like this. And maybe I wanted to move the whole torso, so I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna go with this and shift selecting to add to the selection. Maybe I'll only play with this part, because otherwise I'll distort too much the arms. The arms are kind of okay-ish. So first move up, and then I'm gonna leave this. Actually, I should have. Yes, okay. There's already a little bit more of a curve here. It's not, before it was a little bit too straight, even though it's not that evident, or you know, like, it still helps a little bit, I think, with the direction. So you kind of have the leg that draws you here. I should lower the amount of detail on here, like this very high contrast area, because I want the eye to be a little bit more focused on this leg, where there is this kind of explosion. It is almost the first thing you would see if it wasn't for the headphones. So they kind of save the day. we put it there for our fun, but actually it makes also sense. To get a little bit more the jaw here. And maybe a little bit of a hole, not a hole, but something here where, like an indentation. So I'm gonna get this color and this color, lower the opacity. And now I can sample this. No signs of the cat. And still kind of cartoonish, which I'm okay with. It's kind of fine. Let me think here. Let's fix that. This arm is too long. And also the forearm is very long. I mean, the werewolf kind of go-to usually. I saw a lot of concept art with werewolves with huge forearms and claws, and you know, but the arms usually are like so much bigger. But also this looks like it just transformed, or it's kind of a young one. Still attached to its human side, listening to can remember the band. It's crazy how it changed. Let me get again that thing so I can get And also some shadow on the jeans, since we added the little cassette player thing. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. And this leg now, it's okay. I think this one we can leave for now. The thigh, it's better than before. This is fine. Maybe the little finger here should get back a little bit of skin. Just cut it off without consent. And now some extra shadows here. I'm thinking I could actually add, I'm gonna lock the alpha, so Control F, lock the alpha, I'm in the right layer, yes. I'm gonna get this lower value thingy, lower the opacity, and then kind of just a portion of it to dim it down and kind of sell a little bit more that coming from the nightmare, what am I talking about? From the darkness. Also with this leg, I think it's a little bit too, especially the bottom part. The best thing would be to use a multiplier layer on top, but I'm lazy. I'm gonna do it like when I started. Well, this is too much. Okay, this is okay. And maybe some ambient occlusion between fingers, just in the darkest areas. Alpha opacity, unlock. It really feels like it's sticking to the ground, it's not like floating. Oops, just ate a fingernail. And I'm gonna do the same for this one. This one even more so because there is light directly coming, so the contrast is much stronger. Yes, maybe even more highlight over here, just a little bit. See, alt clicking the color and then going a little bit higher, and just a couple of dots. Maybe that's too little. And like that. Underneath. And the profile, I really want to get the silhouette going with the rim light from above. I mean, with this light here. It's not really rim light, but I'm gonna just project it a little bit so it sticks out a bit more, because right now, at least my eyes are going this way. It's like so many details. And the blue of the jeans, let me tone it down and see if that maybe helps. Lower value. Nah, but I kind of like the 80s. Maybe I should actually let me increase the saturation but lower the value, maybe. Yes. And I will add some shadows over here that help the three-dimensionality. The amount of details is crazy. Hey, thank you. I'm really having fun at this stage. It's arguably my favorite part. Oops. Because I just hop from one thing to another. Feels very relaxing. Especially with this music and some good company. It's pretty chill. Can you hear the music okay? Or not? Well, now it's changing tracks. The worst moment to ask. Getting some contours of the fingers. still too bright, so I'm gonna lower this side. I'm gonna actually create just the edge over here, and then G for paint bucket. Even lower opacity. Yes. And I'm gonna keep doing this kind of gradient. And maybe some wrinkles around here. Well, that's weird. This looks acceptable. That's too much. It's like a tortoise. Let's get a little bit of highlight over there. There's a little bit of meat and skin folding. That's too much. It's okay. I'm gonna leave it actually a little bit hidden. It's not meant to attract the view. Ooh, there's an extra cable here. And this subject is kind of I wouldn't say easy, but it's kind of easy to to just make noise and it's still okay because it's a furry animal thingy. So even if it looks a little bit messy in some areas, it kind of, you know, helps with the vibe. So that's really convenient. It's too much. And now I'm just going back and forth, like zooming in and out to play with details and then see if that disturbs me or not. That's sometimes I get it right, sometimes I just have to go back like for like 50 undos. Want to keep this kind of a highlight, maybe, and some of the muscles that are showing from below. Something like this. And also here the jaw is like a little bit exposed to the light, I imagine. This is like not... Oh, am I drawing on the headphones level? Yes. Amazing. Of course, because I cleaned that jack, now I'm stuck here. Perfect. But I'm gonna do something. W for the magic wand. I'm gonna keep this selected continuous and click this. Another color. Wait. Shift click, shift click, shift click. All around. The headphones are there. And then shift click this one. Oh, this one too. And Control X. So this one, we can now move to the werewolf. Merge down. What a mess did I do. Control V on a new layer. Control D to deselect. Oh, and the jeans, of course, should be on the bottom, but this is the headphones. Put it on top. Voila. What a mess. Let me get back to the headphones and now I'm trying to remember that I'm on this layer. Getting some shadow here. Maybe here as well could be nice. A little bit lower. Too much anti-aliasing, I don't like. I mean, shading and like that kind of gradient vibe. It's kind of breaks the pixel kind of feeling, even though I wouldn't consider this pixel art. It's kind of a too high of a resolution. feels good, but this area is still a little bit disturbing to my eyes. So I'm gonna clean this and move to the rim light. To the rim light. And also my voice is broken. I mean, my throat is suffering right now. Let me drink for a sec. Yeah, I have to darken here in the proper way. I could add a little bit of fog as well. What do you think about the fog? Should I add it? Even though I feel like, because we have other prompts later on, we have witch. I think the undead we have, like a zombie or a monster. Wait, I have them written in here. I have witch, undead, ghost. I feel like the ghost should be. Also, let me fix. Sorry, this is my OCD. The monster should be like this. Okay. So yes, I'm gonna go with that. Probably the fog, I'm gonna use it for those ones. Maybe the ghost. Or I could use like a greenish kind of fog, like a whimsical, like a cursed. Let me lower the opacity and value of, not opacity, saturation and value of the headphones. Yes, this fits in so much better, and to sell on the plastic, I'm gonna make a little bit of a harder highlight, just on the edge, maybe in between, and I could even break it up, so make like a double thingy. And to be honest, I would lower this whole thing and use this block, control moving to duplicate. I feel this is better, and I'm gonna close the corner like that and like this. Maybe a whole line underneath. Nah, I like it more like this. There should be buttons as well, I think. Your voice is so soothing. Oh, that's very nice to hear. Yesterday, actually, talking about soothing voices, I was listening to... I randomly stumbled upon Russell Crowe talking to a radio in a podcast or something. He was just talking about his life or something in some episodes. His voice is insane. I did not remember that voice. Also because in Italy we do, like, they double movies, they do voiceovers. And very often, like, so many actors, I still don't really know their real voice, because I was used to watching stuff on in Italian, not with no. It was just, you know, voiceovered. And Russell Crowe, wow, it's insane. If you never heard him, just go for it. Just listen to that, is insane. I was shocked. He has like a natural bass in his. I also have a little bit of that, like a little bit of a bass medium kind of thing, but not like that. That's crazy. I'm checking out some details here, but I'm changing my mind. Maybe I could keep some here and here. Apologies. My god, it itches like crazy. And no. I think this works. What's that? Ah. I'm gonna help the genes come out a little bit more here. And I'm just experimenting here, just narrating what I'm doing. Even though it doesn't necessarily make sense, it's just me moving colors around sometimes. Like right now, just randomly. Let me get a little bit of focus on this thing, and on this, some random wrinkles. Oh, this is too... I was mentioning before, I didn't really like this. Doesn't have much of a three-dimensional feeling, because I don't have a bounce light on it, so I'm gonna add it right now. I'm gonna go with the lighter tone, like this, actually this kind of reddish, and just go with the here. This could work. Could, but I should do it with the jeans as well. Maybe too much. Just a little bit, and maybe the jeans should be closed here, so I avoid altogether that mess. And it's a little bit clearer what's happening. Some straps. No. Me no likey. I'm still not happy with the thigh. Okay, some noise for the fur, and we are basically done with the base. Let me lock the alpha once more, so I avoid doing this. And highlight here. And yes, I think later on I'm gonna just go switch projects. I have a couple of projects opened, which I was kind of working on before, checking out, and maybe you can play around with that, check that out. And not happy of all this kind of subdivision over here. I want the fur to be a little bit more attached. Not sure how to say that. Yes, because a like super contrast makes like it really feels like it's going like there is a gap between, you know, it's like this. Instead, a lower value is kind of a more subtle bump. So it doesn't feel that messy. Here too, especially the side that is receiving light, I should get a little bit more of a highlight going. And maybe some fur going out. No. Not feeling it. This leg. There's something off. I'm gonna try with some hovering, not hovering, how do you say, like some liana fur. Hanging, that's the word. Hanging fur. And I think, yes, not this one. And not this one. Could be too long. Too long. Yes. This is so much better. The commercials. I'll skip it. If you give me the option, I'm gonna skip it altogether. Where was I? Darker shadow over here, probably. From time to time I just check if I'm on the right layer. Jump scared by the commercial. Ooh. Yes, I feel this is okay. Maybe some fur is kind of messing here. Messing around with there's some more harder shadows here in the light part. That already works better like this, I think. Yeah, I think I found my own zen area in doing pixel art. It's just so chill. You just, you know, one pixel at a time. It's really zen until something doesn't work. When something doesn't work, there are so many times that I have like selected something with M, the marquee, and maybe there is only one box left here selected somewhere, and I'm painting over here and then using the brush and it doesn't work and nothing works, and I get like insane because I go, oh, it crashed and everything, so dramatic. And instead it's just this guy. Control D to deselect. How many times? And this is too long, I think. I think also the fur should be darker over here, really. Maybe give a little bit more of a shadow here, and then we can fix that with like recover. Let me get that now, just test. Layer 4, it was nothing. Layer 3, it was nothing. Perfect. Can I actually call it notes? Shift N on top of the headphones for a new layer. And double click and rename DTT. Well, I'm gonna call it Rim Light, even though it's not really Rim Light. And it's kind of this purplish crimson. Let me see how that works here. I can do a very, very, very strong thing and then just change. And also what I can do is go to the werewolf level layer, W, like magic wand, select the background, so I have everything but the werewolf, and then I shift control I if I'm not, nope, shift control I to invert the selection. Now what I can do on the rim light is just paint away without risking to go off. I can go here a little bit. Maybe also give some extra kind of here with the eyebrow, a little bit of here, which is just going to do the edges. Oops. Here especially, maybe not under the curls, just a little bit below it. Kind of fake the shadow. And here too, I could go a little bit more like inside as well. I think it would sell maybe too much. And this is a very weird color, but I'm just using it as a placeholder. And later on we're gonna control you the heck out of it. Get it here, also top. Ah, this track. I love it. Nail, and here. And also here. And that's too long of a nail. Let me get rid of that. Werewolf. Get back on the rim light, control click, and then alt click to resample the color. Maybe here we would receive it. I'm kind of exaggerating it a little bit, just to see how it looks, how theatrical it can get. Really dramatic. Okay. Maybe. Let's see. Maybe I could also highlight some extra geometry to sell even more three-dimensionality. And back here I could get inside as well for, oops, to kind of give that curve. Oops, no, that's too much. Yeah, I'm gonna delete just a bit of it. And also over here, I think. Super important. And this would work. And here. Nah, that's too much. But on the edge, yes, I'm gonna keep it on the edge. And some extra something here. Delete this one and this one. Let me get something here. Almost done. Shouldn't be here. It like too. But this is okay, and maybe also here. Control D. And from afar, look at that. Cannot get more 80s than this. And I think I have a super low latency thingy. So the actual stream is super delayed. I'm sorry about that, but I'm not sure how to improve that. Let me get a low opacity eraser, like 20-30%. No, let's do 20. I'm into the rim light layer. I'm gonna Control F again. I kind of clean, just lower the edge here, a little bit the opacity of the edge, to give that kind of noise that really sells a little bit more the kind of the variation of the fur, of the hair, stuff like that. I mean, that's how I picture it. It's not like it's it's not like art classes. I'm just narrating what's happening in my head. I'm the last person you should go to for like fundamental learning. Okay, I'm gonna keep cleaning. Well, cleaning, just getting rid of the hardest edges. And here, and I think here is a little bit too much. Should clean the nose. Maybe keep just a strong highlight once in there. And I think it's already working. Wait, here's a test of the delaying when you can read this. Say when you can read this. Yes, I'm not sure how many minutes. It's probably like 1 minute even of delay. It's pretty crazy. So basically at the end of the stream I'm gonna say goodbye, but I'm gonna leave I'm not gonna close it yet like yesterday. I'm gonna just leave the overlay with the swords of the Sword Timer challenge, just floating around. Am I in the rim lights layer? Yes, just checking. So I'm going between brush and eraser, which is already at 20%. So I can quickly kind of play around. Looks weird, but that's okay. Now we can Control U this layer and delete a little bit of this, a little bit of that, where it's kind of too strong, and backing off. Here too is kind of confusing. You see this line, like I kind of highlighted. Yeah, that is very delayed. I might have read your comment a little bit later than when you posted it. But yeah, it's about like maybe seconds away. But yeah, how much more or less? It's like 1 minute, 2 minutes. This headphone, I could literally just hide it altogether. Let me see what happens. Yeah, it's still very clear that is a headphone, right? I could make a poll and ask, but it's gonna be super delayed, so it's kind of a tricky one. It's either I keep that, and let me also delete some of these pixels, which I think shouldn't be here. Bloop. It should be all lower. So let me get the ring light too. I'm gonna clean this just a tad. Eraser. Okay, and now let's control you and see how we can get something out of it. Wait, let me get a highlight. I want to give it a little bit more of a reddish thingy here instead of the crimson, just tiny. Well, it's pink, so it's not gonna really. Let me see. Is that weird? Kind of makes it funny. Maybe something like that could work. Yes, this is perfect. Let's get back to the rim light. Control U, not the rim light, sorry. Yes, rim light. And now we can kind of play, even though I want to kind of keep this hue. So I'm not gonna go too far. I just want to test out, honestly, the saturation mostly. Which I could go super strong, but I think it's too much. Sorry. And low value. Nah. If I lower the value, it should be also very desaturated. Like, it could be as subtle as that. Let's do something. I'm gonna duplicate this. Oh. Right click and duplicate. Hide the original. And this one, Control F and Control U. Love it. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I must say, I'm happier than I thought I would be. I still have to wrap my head around some things that I'm not sure I'm really happy with or not. So I could be super subtle like this. See, it still changes so much. I don't like this one, I don't like this one. Maybe this one is too... I want to get back some of the contrast in the werewolf. So Control M the werewolf. I'm stepping back, changing my idea over and over. It's super dark. This feels so dark. This is an issue I have. I always start with super dark color. Oh wait. Oh yeah, because I locked the lower values. Now I'm just pushing these ones. I'm kind of digging it. Before I was a little bit less convinced. Let's try with the previous rim light, which I still have to delete some pieces of, which don't make me happy. And yeah, okay, lower opacity, let's try that as well. This is so strong. I'm gonna keep it at 50%. I'm gonna call it, I think it's, yes, it's working. I'm probably gonna push some more in this bit. And I'm thinking to get a lighter value to make it pop up. out, as if the lips are kind of, well, not lips, but well, it's kind of like dogs, right? They should have the that black kind of the end of the mouth, right? You can see let me see, maybe darken a little bit here as well. I think. Yes, like that. I cannot darken too much the eye because then the expression disappears. So that's a shame, but I could kind of play with that and get around it by not really. Let me think. This could be a little bit too much. Maybe this one too. And this is the rim light layer, so I still have to get rid of that. And I don't like this color. Let me select this guy, Alt-click, Shift-R to replace, and now whatever color I choose is gonna be in there, replacing the other one. So I could go with a super warm thingy or go colder. I want to keep it kind of neutral. I think it's much easier to control it from here with the hue, saturation and value controls. So for sure not blue. Well, not for sure, kind of cool. But it's getting a little bit too messy, so I'm gonna stick to the warm tonalities, but get a little bit more saturation maybe from there. I didn't want that one to look so pale. Yes. Now I wonder which song is playing. I'm thinking something from Toto, maybe Africa. Or some Phil Collins. Wait, I have to deactivate notifications, I think, right? You can hear that, I'm guessing. Let me get this guy here, so you're not... It's either Toto or Flashdance. The ping is here. I'm gonna hide that immediately. Where are you? Oh my god, I always get lost into... Disable all notification sounds. Voila. Easy does it. Try out postmodern jukebox version of Africa. I can totally see that the guy. Yeah, I think like something like Footloose, or well, it would be appropriate if he was listening to Thriller, or something like that. Let me get the opacity of the eraser back to 100. Actually, let me move the whole arm altogether. Kind of weird. I like what's going on there, but too much noise. What I could do, yes, I'm gonna just control click. Some more highlight here in the middle. Pretty sure it will help out. You can just set yourself to don't disturb mode on Discord. Yes, I have to get a little bit more practical with Discord and socials. I've been out of them basically forever. Since basically I joined the Pans server. I just use them very randomly for rare occasions. But yeah, I'm gonna check out how to do... Well, now I kind of found the setting, but I'm gonna do not... Oh, you see, like in the... You mean in the status? Like idle, invisible, and do not disturb. I don't get the notifications. What? Let me get that immediately. What are you talking about? Idle, do not disturb. You will not receive any desktop notifications. It's even written in there, and I couldn't. Wow. This is my level of knowledge. The good thing is that I still get surprised by so many super basic things, as if they were like super new. I think this area should be a little bit more in shadow. Like trying to do the kind of the sewing, the jeans in the pocket. We get the belt kind of thingy, which was over here actually, was already here, but can help with that. The little currents thingy, I think. Could be cool to make also like him, like his breaking shirt. Let me see, maybe this can go out. A little bit more volume in general. I think this is okay. I think this works. Maybe that was too much. Yes. Not liking this. Another thing I could do with this layer, the rim light layer, could be to simply like also change the color mode and see what's up with that. So rim light, double click. Instead of normal we can do screen, which kind of is more like a holy it's like listening to the best music ever. You can draw anthropomorphism, extremely great. Oh, thank you. To join the trend of making things that aren't bipedal, like a human. I never heard of that trend. It's like you do like a cheetah, but there's a French artist that I absolutely adore. It's called I can't remember that, but he does Black Sad, I think it's called, and he's like he's a comic artist, illustrator. He is, I think he's still alive. I'm gonna wait, I was on the rim light, hold on, before I forget. Screen, let's test out some other mode. Difference, no. I think nothing apart addition and screen could work here. Maybe lighten, but I don't think there's much difference, yeah, even though the opacity was low. Lighten kind of pushes a little bit more the... Oh, not overlay, sorry. It was like addition. It's really holy moly. The example, but imagine a plant and you give it a distinct body, and then I don't know, either you include the flower as accessory or replace the head with it. Oh, that's cool. Like it's basically like a small little challenge prompt thingy. Is it like that, like a calendar thingy, or is it more like you just do whatever whenever you want? That you do it following those kind of thingies, rules. I think I'm gonna keep it on the normal and just maybe 60%. I think this could work. Control F. I think it's okay. I have to get rid of the shadow of the Shapeshifter. I think, am I touching? Yeah, that's the gold shadow. Actually, let me move that into the vampire. In here, vampire, and there you go. Let me just check if it still works. Shapeshifter. Yes, the shadow is still there. Everything is there. Perfect. Yeah, I mentioned in the other stream that I wanted to keep like the same background. And Ben also suggested to make some cards out of them, which is a pretty cool idea. I didn't think about that. They really would fit perfectly, I think. Make some kind of a symbol over here and stuff. Vampire off, Shapeshifter on. So we have the original rim light and then another rim light which is a little bit... No, I think this one is too holy. It's too clean. Trading or playing card? Well, could be both. I think it could be nice also to like give people the option to add numbers, you know, like values. Like you can keep very simple interface here, and then separate each element into its own, so people can just combine and make, you know, maybe from 1 to 10, 0 to 9, and then people can do whatever. I always wanted to do a cards game, like literally from scratch. And I'm gonna probably work on another card game very soon. I think this week I have a meeting about that. I'm very excited too, because the guy is a really nice person and we already work together. He's such a good person. And trying to see if I increase a little bit this. Maybe that's too much. I think it was a little bit overkill, so let's tone it down again. And maybe I'm gonna keep doing this thing where I'm just playing. But I think the shadow should actually be kind of... It makes sense, since there's here covering, and maybe it's receiving light only here, something like that. There is some fur. And then we can play against each other. Yes. Yeah, I would love that. Like people making games out of my stuff, that would be so much fun to see. I recently tried making a card game with ChatGPT because I can't code. Oh, that's cool. What was it about? Like, was it like trading or no? Like you tried to make the gameplay with the ChatGPT or the artworks. Oh, you paint pretty well. You're pretty good. Probably you mean the code side of it, like the programming part of it. Yeah, I also started once like a Unity project, but I'm not opening Unity since I don't know how long, so I'm gonna steer out of it for now. I'm in my zone right now and I have so much stuff to do. Let me get more highlights. Come on. Nope. Something like this. Yes. Sugar Shadow Flag. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I love also the like other video games, but translated into card games. That's pretty cool to see. But in general, when the design needs a little bit of rethinking and everything, it's just, to me, it's cool to see the how people do it. Sometimes it's a disaster, sometimes it's super cool. Where am I painting? I'm painting on the rim light layer, and I was going for details. That's wrong. Let's undo some of this. That's actually Control Y to redo. I was trying to remember the shortcut. Let me select. Oops, not you. Deselect. Wait, what was it? Where were you? I'm alt-clicking the eye of the layer to isolate it. That's pretty comfy. Okay, I think it's okay. Never mind. Back to the rim light layer. You actually drew stats for every enemy. Oh, that's cool. And boss, as if they were in the game. Even some fan-made ones. Oh, that's cool. What I love about this kind of stuff is the collectors kind of vibe that it gives you. You have one card, and then you work hard, and you get rarer and rarer cards. Which is such a good dopamine delivery. Yeah, when I was a little boy, I used to collect Warhammer miniatures and just paint them. I would never play because I wasn't patient enough, and so I just painted them, and I loved them. I loved like seeing the army grow and everything. It was super cool, but it didn't last long because they were expensive. They were just too expensive. It was not an easy hobby. Nothing can beat the nostalgic feeling. Yes. Oh yes. Like getting Pokemon cards. Oh indeed. I remember the albums with figurines. You know, the sticky ones. I used to have the Star Wars ones and stuff like that. But I was never like so like too consistent with it. I was always kind of a messy with I never remembered names and characters and whatever. I would just like love the vibe, and that's it. But Star Wars, I remember there were figurine albums like running around at school and all kids just like screaming to each other like, oh, give me that, I want that. That's crazy. Warhammer Fantasy. Oh, what is that? I never I don't even remember how where they called or which version was it. The ones I painted. I think it was just Warhammer. And I remember there's a Warhammer 40,000, right? 40k. I've never played that or painted a miniature of those. Looked cool, pretty hardcore. But I was a lizard man. There was a no wait. What was the rats? How were they called? There was a species, like a race that was just rats. Let me get some of this super dark value. Control F. Am I on the werewolf? Yes. Control F. I want to recover dark spots. Basically, I'm going into a loop of getting rid of the contrast and then popping it back again. Yes, the Scaven, of course. How could I forget? Oh god, they were so cool. So cool. I remember, oh, there were ones with like a white kind of yeah, they were like the pestilence ones with the green, like super, like the assassins one. Oh, they were so cool. Wanted so many of them. I just didn't have the economy. Some hobbies are just, I mean, you can if you really want, but I was, I think, oh, this is weird. Like, what's happening right here? Kind of a weird, the angle is preserved. Control D to deselect. And then back again, cover this highlight. I think it could work. I should actually keep the darkest value only for the umbilical thingy. And then here maybe temper it down again. Because I feel that can draw the attention, and that's fine. And maybe here I can go with some like just little hints of fur, and that's fine. Yeah, I was so satisfied whenever and I remember the feeling of just, you know, getting one of those miniatures done and turning to my mother and saying like, oh look what I've done. I should be like, oh yeah, that's just, and then move on. And I was like, wait, you didn't check out the details and the shading and the, and the highlights and all this, you know. Such a cool cool thing to paint miniatures. It's just like a super zen moment. I wanted goblin. Oh, they were cool too. And I had over 250 minis. Oh, I was just a little to 750 of 2000. They were awesome. They were also riding those kind of spherical carnivore creatures, right? Can't remember those names. They were so cool. I wanted one just to paint it. Yeah, at the end I ended up with a very mixed, kind of super uneven army with just random troops. Because I just would change idea on what I wanted to do next, and then I would see a miniature of another thing, and I would like, oh no, wait, I need to do that. So I would buy that. I have no idea what you're talking about. There was this game called Warhammer, Man. I never played it, so people are gonna be mad at me if I... Maybe the hardcore gamers will be kind of... But the painting process was... so cool. These tiny little soldiers. I'm liking this werewolf. I think is popping up. I think this is fine, but I think we also need a darker value for this. Lock the alpha. Probably something like that. Good already. Okay. Back to the werewolf. Getting I think it's okay-ish, even though, to be honest, to go back at the... I'm gonna go back changing the hue of the whole thing because I feel like this doesn't fit too well, the light, so I'm gonna Control U again and change the hue of this dude. See, this already feels good. Higher value? Nope. I can play with the curve. And the rim light should go way down. Is it 60? Let's go 40. I think this works. Control M. Once more, push down. Push up. As I want to. Let me see, I want to keep dark values. There's the neat values. This is blending way too much. But I think this is okay. Without going too far deep in that direction, which sometimes is just a loophole. B. To go back to the brush and alpha locked, super dark value, low opacity. What is happening? Okay, super low opacity. Getting a dark, very dark one. This is so much better, and this here, a little bit of a hint where there shouldn't be too much light getting, so it kind of pops up a little bit more, I think. Getting here in the middle. I can keep that bounce light. Maybe something in between the fingers. Something like that. Just a hint. And that's okay. I'm a little bit angry because some people don't appreciate privacy in art. I had drawing in my notebook that took me several days and was still not finished. And some asshole drew a swastika in it. Well, that's some clear bullshit. People are insane. What the hell? God. But how was the situation? Like, was the notebook like was it like a friend or somebody in the... That's insane. But I remember that happened quite often at school as well, like where just people are... But I don't know, like if that's school you're talking about or some other... I don't want to ask you too many questions because I respect privacy. So I don't want to get nosy. But that's just stupid. How people... And it's just baby kind of... Baby games. People don't even know what that means. It didn't happen in school. Yes, I figured. Yeah, and my school also was very... Like it sounded cool to be... to sound stupid. It was cool to sound stupid. I think that's the best way I could put it. It's just, you know, like playing the game of who gets the most attention. Yeah, it's not even a matter of respect, it's that people are so blind to, you know, especially at school where everybody's like trying to be, you know, to be seen, to be noticed most of the time. And then people are immature. Yeah, it happened also in my school when I was younger. I think we are in the right direction for this guy to be called basically done. I'm gonna probably just tweak it here and there after. Gonna get some of this muscle back. I think it's still working. What do you think, guys? Feels like this werewolf found its way through the Drawtober. I'm not gonna get used to pronouncing that. The Drawtober. Sneaky saying that was popular everywhere. The stupider you acted, the cooler you were. Yes, exactly. That's like the peacock game, but that's everywhere, I guess. Yes, you're right. There you go. And maybe a little bit of highlight here, here, a little bit less here. I think that's fine. This is not fine, but this is fine. Hints here and there. And actually, let me add a little shadow. Let's see how... I'm gonna get so angry if I'm gonna hide... Now I'm gonna hide this layer and see how the previous werewolf was. If the previous one looks better, I'm gonna... No, come on. This looks like a figurine. It's been stuck on top of this thing. It doesn't fit at all. Much better, but now it kind of lost, right? It lost a little bit of punch. because there's no highlight. So I'm gonna try to push. Wait, am I on the right? Yes. Control M. This is the loop where I always get myself caught into. Oh, come on. Delete this one. Yes. It's barely visible. Only changing the super high values? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna try something else and see with W shift clicking. So I have the wand, shift clicking the areas that should be in light. Grab a big brush, control mouse wheel to make it bigger. And let's make that in a new layer once more. Pick this color, pick this color. I'm gonna get a little bit of moonlight, actually. Oh, thank you. Looks perfect. Thank you. Isn't even that good of a combo, to be honest. Maybe something like Octodraw. I wish I could decide how to call it. I don't know. The wolf still looks a little bit a puppy though. Yes, like a teenager one, right? His eyes are so cute, exactly. Like, and now with the headphones, it looks even more of a romantic kind of a... Wait, I was looking for a moonlight vibe. Very low opacity brush. Simple ink, because otherwise I cannot see the brush. Super low opacity, and I'm gonna just tap here and there. Get a little... Otherwise then it becomes way too much. So I'm just gonna try to keep it simple. I'm not sure how this is gonna look. Control F, Control D. There you go. I think it's pretty cool. This is too much, probably. So I'm gonna get eraser, low opacity. Get back these guys. And an idea is to use, if I press R, this should be the blur, right? But if I press it again, then this is like the scramble. So you see how it messes up every pixel. It's kind of cool to, like, one click over here to make it a little bit more textury. It was looking a little bit too smooth, I think. Also here, see, kind of, I could have used this all along to keep the fur kind of vibe. Sorry. Click again. Layer 3 is just the highlight, right? So eraser, low opacity, click, clickety click, and we are there. I'm very happy. Not here, only where the moonlight should be hitting, so I'm gonna try to hide it whenever it's not that obvious that it's perpendicular. Like that. I want to also try to avoid them being too close to each other, like the blue and the reddish from behind, because that would, I mean, sometimes it's okay, but I think it looks cooler, more iconic with that kind of split. I'm gonna get back a little bit of these blues. Just add a couple of... not here. think this is okay. I think this would work. Yes. Shadow. Let's get the contact shadow below his feet. Otherwise it just looks... Contact. That's okay. Big brush. Control F. Low opacity. Sometimes when you change windows, it's not catching up with the color you picked. So if I pick orange here, alt clicking, then I Control F, it's still on the old color, so I have to do it again. Shadow. I'm gonna get this kind of color in the background. And then mess a little bit with the, just with the blending mode. Probably it's gonna be multiply. So it's not only, like the color is not covering the rest, but it's just adding the value on top. And this is okay. There should be, the shadow should be actually below him, right? Because there's a kind of a red light halo coming from above. And this should be where they both meet, the moonlight and the back shadow. I think that's okay. Eraser, delete a little bit. And then as soon as I'm gonna change the mode, it's gonna look just too strong, but we're gonna go back. See how really pushes it. What I love about Aseprite is that it allows you to edit while you have windows open. Now I can go low on the opacity, something like this, 50, 60, maybe 65%. That's too much, I think, still. Double click, 50%. Boom. It's there. I think I'm gonna add a little line here that follows his chin below, so it kind of reinforces that shape. That's looking okay. Yes, I think this is fine. And what I can do is actually push even more the rim light by adding this kind of a very, very strong contrast below it. Really gives that 80s kind of vibe. I think we are getting somewhere. Alright, I'm gonna now move, because I don't want to stay too much on this. I want to get also some work done, which probably I will start during this live and then continue offline. But I think for today the werewolf looks really promising. Something like this. I think it's okay. Trying to add a little bit of noise to the here towards the face, because I want the eye to be a little bit cut up here by the extreme noise. Just if I add that, then it becomes really happy. It's like happy face. I think this is okay. Getting back this, and this, and some of those. Is looking okie dokie. Oh, again, let me get some of the high contrast ones here, so it really gives that feeling of overhanging fur. Just somewhere, not everywhere. Just trying to be as fair as possible with the areas and kind of go like very busy here, and the more I go far from these light values, the less high contrast I want to show. So for instance, here in the middle we could add even more like it was before. He's really digging the song, absolutely, look at that, crazy, it's like loving it. This looks like a scar. I can just imagine before being transformed into werewolf with a track is I think that would be actually an awesome movie scene. Probably there is one, right? I mean, if nobody thought about this, that's crazy. But yes, like just listening to, I don't know, Bee Gees and having to endure the most painful transition from a person to a beast. That would be crazy. And the fun and the song keeps going and you're screaming for the pain. Come on, there must be a movie with a scene like that, right? Because the contrast begs for it. I think so. Here it's too high, this umbilical thingy, so I'm gonna duplicate it, put it in the right spot, more or less here. Can hide it away. This is better. Should be even lower, I think. Yeah, like that. Then I can duplicate. And there we go. I can add a highlight, very subtle highlight below that catches the light. And even though it's subtle, it's kind of giving that whole like little, you know, pore. That's the pore of the drawing. Here we are, staring at the pore. Oh wait, you're right. It's so dark in here. I'm gonna turn the light on. Because it's insane how dark it got. Oh my god, this is too much. Hold on. Okay, something like this maybe. Still super dark, I guess. Sorry about that. But let's move on from the werewolf and get some previews going. Let me see. I'm gonna keep watching it and seeing stuff I can fix, and need somebody to physically come and stop me. Me no like. I can do this, yes. This sounds better. There you go. Some shadow in here. It's kind of a weird flat wrist. I think it's still super dark, right? Let me move it a little bit. Let me see if I can get rid of some of this rim light, which honestly not being too much of a fan right now. Yes, no, it's okay, it's okay. We can call it a day and move to other stuff. Because I also have to check the time. What's the time? 7:30. Holy cow. Okay, this has been already 2 hours. What? No way. Okay, let's save this project and drink some water. Okay, so I'm gonna show some of the stuff I've been working on in the background. This is okay-ish. I'm still not completely sold, to be honest, but I will figure it out. But for today we did the headphones, fixed the light, because before it was just unbearable. Jeans, fixed a little bit of anatomy here and there, and the rim light, which I still feel is a bit strong, but it's okay. Let's lower the blue. Was it the blue? Yes, it's the blue. I'm gonna get it to 50%. So we did that. That was fun. I think I'm pretty happy with how this is going. Even though it's very subtle stuff, it's improving slowly but surely. Save that, close this, and actually let me show you. This is a little character I was working on before, like I think a month ago. I was still working on this guy, and then I had to leave this guy alone, so it's been months. No, months, I wouldn't say months, weeks. Oh, Sneaky, maybe you remember. This is Michelangelo, the little Dark Knight. He's the cutest thing. Oh man, I'm the only one watching right now. That's fine, that's fine. It's okay. I'm super happy. And also these videos are gonna be uploaded on YouTube, so they're gonna be there 5 years from now. I'm pretty sure randomly people hopefully will find something useful into this kind of chill drawing sessions. I think it can be really how do you say, rewarding to, you know, to just go back to stuff and see also how you were some years ago. That's fine. Like I'm really enjoying the process. And also right now I'm kind of training as well to kind of talk over my process, because of course I usually never talk while drawing. I'm in my own cave. And you can see in this animation there is some cool little tags. So I have divided into little sections. We have the idle, the roll, the end of the roll, the run. And the fun thing is that if I take off his helmet, there you go. The true Michelangelo. This is so cute, this guy. He's Nikki. Yeah, and I was experimenting with these little effects. You know, when he gets hit fatally at the end, like this little thing that pops up, and then this one. But yeah, that's about it. I was working on this, and this is gonna be probably the first pack that I will upload on each. But right now I have more awesome stuff. This is another animation I will show you another day, which is pretty cool. The hot stuff of the moment is this guy. This is a commission I'm working on for a project called Parry. and it's from Minima, and he's in the server. He published some pretty awesome stuff, and he asked me if I could work maybe on a zombie idea with crows, and he kind of gave me the concept, and I started kind of playing around with it. We just started playing around with this, and this is the animation that I've been really sketching out. Right now is almost perfectly polished, almost. There are some bits that I still want to change, but I don't want to spend too much time kind of concepting, because polishing, because I want to concept it out a little bit more. You can see there are 3 crows here. The idea, is that as soon as he sees you, the crows just fly away, and then whenever he gets hit or something else happens. It's pretty fun and challenging. I didn't really do a very clean job at the moment because I'm, as I said, really just sketching it out. So the zombie is all in one layer, and in fact there are 12 frames for the zombie, and then they repeat in loop, and I had to double for the crows, so they kind of look a little bit more, they can do a little bit more movement. Also this guy, there's one time where he kind of loses the balance and resets its balance. It's pretty cool. Tilted neck, I hope it's clear that it's a tilted neck. I think so. Still have to experiment a little bit with this idea of the veins, but we'll see together with the developer. It's gonna be fun little project, because his stuff already looks super cool, and the vibe really cool. So I'm really curious. I'm still also figuring out a little bit of the I'm gonna go with Shift N and then use this to create a new tag and call it idle, and then I'm gonna loop, stop animation, left click on the little play button, and then play all frames, ignore tags. Don't do that, just keep playing the tag. Yes, so this is the idle, and the idea is I'm gonna hide the crows. I should actually also hide this little sack. I'm working currently, nice. 185 subs, yeah. Little by little, I love it. I love the rhythm that is establishing in my days. See how this is wrong? This little click. It's kind of a weird click. So yeah, this is not a clean animation. But I'm loving the feeling of just getting here and chilling. So what I would like to do, I can go Alt B for a completely blank frame. I'm gonna duplicate this, and where the zombie is, I can go B. And something I did is I remapped the hotkeys to be A and D to go forward and back, but I'm not sure if I remapped it or if it's by default in there. I just find it comfortable. Sneaky, can you confirm me if that's default or did I change it? Even though you were not here, I think you are the perfect person with the answer. I can't remember if it was already in the base settings. What we can do, so he could either attack by just, like little scratch with the arm, like a normal zombie would do, but there is also the option of picking a spear and just holding it and just getting crazy on you, but the idea is to start from the crow. So the crow should do something that gives away the fact that he's under his, so that the crow is controlling this guy, and for now there is only the eyes, so the coloring of the eyes that could kind of give away that, but I'm thinking about like sending as soon as he bigs, like he could hit the pole, there could be electricity that comes in and you know, get him like in a couple of frames, and maybe his eyes before are a different color could be. We could also think about that. For now, I'm not going to experiment too much with it because we have a conversation going, and I don't want to go too much into something that maybe is not the direction. But I think the idol for now, just as a concept, looks pretty interesting. I really like the crow on top. Really gives me satisfaction. And I'm thinking also there could be one that I could do is, so imagine this is the rib cage and the head is down here, arms with, here you have the hands, maybe the legs here. Well, it shouldn't be too visible because I'm thinking about getting him on the ground, oops, to kind of eat from that carcass he was bringing about. That could be cool, really cool, but tricky. I think, I mean, to implement it, it could be done by keeping everything separate, I think. So we can only have the body that is chomping away. Maybe I can do something to clarify. So pick up the eyes. Well, he's huge right now. Let me get him back to a normal shape. Something like that. And the eyes should be down here maybe. Something like that. How do the little sketches you make to show us your ideas look better than my full-fledged drawings? No way. I think this is already kind of there, right? If you put in between some frames where the guy, so I'm gonna Alt B, actually no, Alt N for duplicating this frame. I'm gonna just delete the zombie. This one, yeah, we can delete everything. I'm gonna just keep the zombie. And wait, where's the other guy? Oh, I put it in the crow level, that's why. Okay, move it here in the zombie one. In between these guys, there's a Alt N level. Delete the sword, delete the crow, delete the zombie. And let's get an in-between thing. I could hide the background and activate the onion skinning. So now I have both the previous frame and the new frame that I want to get to. And what I would do is kind of make the head literally follow the body. Maybe it's kind of free falling, so the arm is not really kind of and there's no tension in the arm, it's just like letting go of the gravity. Something that it looks like it's literally just falling. Maybe? Maybe. No, this is too much. Let me get some proportion. This is super quick, dirty. Arms are completely off, but we can play around. And I'm not doing a very clean job. I'm just really going with how I feel. So it could be something like that. Maybe this one. Maybe let the crow sit on the ground before the zombie rises. Yeah, could be a cool idea. But now I'm thinking actually something that is kind of a tricky thing, because he has this thing sticking from the neck, but we can. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna sword the neck. Called it sword because before it was a sword. And then I changed it to something like this. Okay, yeah, it's kind of okay. It's gonna be super dirty, super long. I get it a little bit better. Yes, and we can kind of bend it just a tad. Give that vibe of the motion vibe. And then I'm gonna clean everything up or redraw everything after the main setting is there. Control T for to control the transforms, and then move it around when I'm not happy. Yeah, stuff like that. Maybe the head is a little bit too weird. Now I don't mind too much if stuff is dirty like this. Really want to get the vibe going. This leg maybe could go the other way around, like super. So, this is not really where you would end up if you had legs going that way. So I'm gonna actually make a little bit of a messy silhouette here, and just assume that the person will know what's happening. For now it's okay. I'm gonna let this frame last one longer. Control N. Not exactly this frame, but I'm gonna make the fall last a little bit longer. So I'm gonna create an in-between frame. There's a mess over here. And these guys, let's move them back here. And after the landing, Control N, Control T, raise it up. Control D to deselect. I think this will be okay. And then I'm gonna duplicate the impact, so the gravity is kind of pushing down, so you land. I'm gonna put another frame in between here. So whenever you land, when the gravity is still pushing you and you have to resist the direction, how do you say that? Well, yeah, the force. I'm gonna flip. I'm not sure if this should flip completely, because then it's kind of weird. Landing. Maybe it should start getting closer to, yeah, landing. So something like this. The head. Oops. I meant the head. Such a mess. But it's okay. That's how you can plan out stuff very quickly. I don't like how... Bloop. No. Maybe that's one frame too much. Let me duplicate a bunch of times this guy. This one should be a little bit longer. I mean, taller. And maybe you could hold on still a little bit, like that. And I think I'm gonna leave pretty soon because it's dinner time and I'm starving. I think I didn't even have lunch. Had lunch today. Is it dropping? Is it? Yeah, it's kind of dropping. Yes. What I could do to improve that is to give this frame here, so the beginning frame, a little bit more like an anticipation kind of thing, where you push it towards the opposite direction, kind of selling the idea that you are kind of conserving energy for that moment. So after resting, let's get rid of the super double chin. Oh, still too long. I mean, too fast. I think there should be an extra frame over here where this face is kind of moving on the side. I'm gonna back the eyes. Something like this. It's something. Oh, indeed, I will. I will indeed. I will serve no mercy to whatever is going to be on my dish. Okay, now I'm trying to tilt the face, kind of preparing. Yes. Of course, is not something I would be posting anywhere or be proud of. It's just getting the feel of it. And the idea is that there's a sack over here. And as soon as the... let me hide it back because for now it doesn't make sense. Well, the sack should be anywhere in the field, right? Like laying around because you, like the guy left it as soon as you engage with the enemy. So it's there laying on the ground. And there are some flies, right? And it just stinks, and the crows are still up here. Something like that. Maybe there is a couple of crows here still eating, right? But the guy just left it there, and then maybe he gets some hits, so he gets really hurt, and his HP goes really down, and he's at a critical level. That came out pretty clean. What he could do is move here and get to that weird position and chomp out the hell out of this body to recover some HP. So there is a lot going on, and it's not obvious this is gonna be the direction, but it feels like a cool kind of dynamic and cool kind of a way to to fight and to represent this dude. Your hunger is going into animation. Yes, I'm eating carcasses. That's true. I don't like about this the fact that is a little bit too, how to say, is kind of just dropping. I would prefer if he's kind of hopping to get it. Like a little bit of enthusiasm, you know? It's not nice, it's not showing enthusiasm at all. Maybe let's move this dude. Going super dirty. I don't like this. Delete. Let's keep doing this. This is so wrong on so many levels. But we keep going. Eventually it will feel right. I know it will. And also the alignment, it's not gonna be a problem now. I'm gonna just do basic stuff. So here I can delete all of these guys. I'm selecting these guys, extending the selection, then right click and linking those cells, so it's just one frame. It's gonna suck big time, but it's kind of a better, yes, I think it should be throwing, like getting a little bit more action. I'm gonna try to make it quick so I can go and order something. We need to eat. And yes, wait, am I using I meant to press E, not R. The head is very weird. What we can do is also trace just a little bit the eyes, as if, whoop, they leave like a trace. Right now it's kind of too much, I think. I'm pretty sure it's too much. So try to avoid doing too much of that. But it could work. So much to fix. I think the impact should be way more visible. Let me move this here and duplicate, copy. So it's twice on the ground, squashed, and then gets up. Pops up just a tiny bit. Maybe I'm gonna unlink these two so I can modify them and get just one frame lower. This could help. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the other layer. That's fine. At the moment is literally just concepting, so there's no care of details, or it's just like brainstorming as well, a little bit of the ideas. I think we need an extra frame over here, where maybe, actually I'm gonna duplicate this one, Alt N, go to the previous one. I want to delete this and get the head. It's coming this way and it's here, so it should be somewhere around here. And I can play around with the eyes. The eyes will really help with the shape reading, unless we also have to color it. I think so. I think we're gonna go, because the game looks pretty cool already. Looks amazing, giving me tons of ideas to try out my own projects. Hey, Ober! Ober in the house. Hey, nice to see you, man. So right now I'm really just going so wild with shapes. I don't even care if it looks right. Just trying to get... I think this frame is still too high. I want him to get the head kind of down there, and let's see. Something like that. Oop. And then this kind of thing probably gonna look terrible, but that's fine. Let me duplicate this one. Go to our previews. Now we can see how horrible this is. I mean, we can do this, duplicate this one, give him the gravity treatment. So his head is like really heavy. Control wheel to change the size. And then when he moves here, let's get a little bit more tilt. Maybe try it here. It's gonna probably still look, but there's already a little bit more pause in there. This frame looks absolutely horrible. But it's gonna be something like this. Something like this. My God. And I think there should be yet another frame here. Yeah, it's Alt 10, so it duplicates the previous frame. And then some extra gravity and some waiting time for the spring gets back in action. I'm actually thinking it could stay in this position. Like, why even bother with this weird shape? It's not working, so I'm gonna keep it actually profile. It's kind of tired. It's just like, you know what? Dunk. And now Shift N, Control T, move it down, the whole thing. Alt click, Control D to deselect, and then I'm gonna pick this one, Alt 10 to duplicate it. Let me know if you would rather me not saying the shortcuts I'm using, and just going automatically. What I want to do is Alt B, so it's empty. Copy. Oh, deactivated the onion, the onion frame thingy, onion skin. I want to use 2 frames before something. Not this guy. Deactivate. Control T. Copy. Control V. And then this one we can duplicate it. Alt 10. I'm gonna use a new tag, call it Shitty Anim. Shitty All Anim. So I can test out. Let me go. Yeah, this is fine. Should be fine, right? So in this case, I don't even. Oof. I don't like when he moves down, like the whole body is maybe too much. Okay, perfect. And then we can separate the thing from here. Shift and move the tag and actually create a new tag and call it Eat Like You're Hungry as Chaba, which is me. I'm so hungry right now. And what I want to do is duplicate this dish frame, and with M I'm gonna get to the extreme where he's trying to get the bite. is not gonna look like this at all in the end, of course. Now I'm just testing out ideas. Let's do like the shoulder is moving a little bit, maybe the arm is holding, something like that, maybe. And duplicate 1, 2, then I'm gonna go with a bunch of empty frames actually, so it's a little bit easier, and then link, oops, oh yes, link the background. Now let's copy this, and this one I want to keep it just for maybe 2 frames. Yes, select everything and then duplicate it here, copy, try one more time, and it fits. Okay, this is him chomping down. I always cry when I animate, it must be because of the onion skin. Oh, now I get it. Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna ban you for this joke. It's okay. He looks a bit like he's twerking. We have a twerking zombie. I think yes. For now, I'm gonna call it a day so I can go eat something. I think it's been pretty long. I mean, it's 8 p.m. Yes, I'm gonna go actually. But for now, I'm gonna call it a day, save this one. This is what we have done today. Pretty happy with the result so far. I still think we could use some more strong highlights, because it's all very dark. I want something to pop out, and for now, only the jeans is really stealing the show. Luckily, the shape of this thing, like the triangle thingy, is helping with focus, so that's cool. You thought about banning me for the joke? I was kidding, of course. I usually cry because my animations are so No, wait. I thought to ban you because you made a dad joke, which is my favorite kind of. I always make dad jokes. No, I would never ban you. Are you kidding me? You are being so supportive. Really love your company in general here during the streams. Is amazing to have somebody to chat with, and you're always there, so I honestly deeply appreciate that. The headphones is a nice touch. Just like the jeans, it takes a lot of attention to the more intense color. Yes, I figured, I was talking about it before, that oh, the cat is climbing the sacred mountain. Hello. Can you see her? Wait, I'm curious if you could hear the purring through the microphone or not. But yeah, before I was mentioning that since we added the headphones, which is actually a sneaky suggestion, he was like, he really looks like he's listening to some really cool music. And I was like, yes, you know what, headphones. And before it was only jeans drawing the attention, and now the eye goes back up here, which I'm happy with. So that was a really good solution. The cat always wants to steal the attention. Yes, she's incredibly good at that. I can hear purring. You can? Oh no, can't. Okay. I was like, why are you sad? That's so cool. Getting jealous. She, the cat, thinks you're eyeing that werewolf way too much. Oh yes. well, she wishes, and now she is also in the period where she just wants a boyfriend. She's getting very devilish at times, hard to handle. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day, because this has been so much fun. But I also have to eat, kind of important, and also my girlfriend, which is waiting for me to finish the stream to eat as well. And Morgana, everybody's waiting for her. So yes, I'm gonna call it a day, and thank you everybody for the company. This was really fun. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna leave the screen over here. Well, I'm gonna actually leave it on the sword timbre thingy, so I don't risk cutting off the clip by closing the stream. I'm gonna close it in a little bit, but thank you guys so much. Have a good night, or good morning, good day, whatever. Love you so much, and see you next time, probably very soon. We do have the witch incoming, and the witch is gonna be fun, I think, or a nightmare, it could be. And a great stream as always, thank you so much. Oh my god, are you insane? Letting a woman be angry, she'll stab you instantly. Thanks for the stream, dude. Oh, thank you guys for the company. It was it's really amazing to see you here. Have a good one. I'm gonna leave the sword timbre overlay with some background music, and then call it a day. Mwah. Thank you, and bye bye from Morgana too, which is parkouring around. Ciao.